Alright guys, so what I'm going to do is just some basic Wyckoff analysis. Alright, and it's good to do. You could do this on any chart, any time frame. So I'm just doing this on the daily right here. Alright, so draw the left hand side of the trend, all the way down here. So we're going to take a look at this piece and then that piece. So basically a trend down and then the immediate trend as it turned up. What happened? So it all started, and you know what, let me take a look at this one also, because here the key to remember here, for those who know, is that this market overextended the wave. That's your climax. Why? Because obviously that climax is bigger than the change of behavior. It's biggest wave there. And then it was followed immediately by what? A shortening of the thrust, which is an indication of what? Well, one of the things Wyckoff, of course, talks about is that it's an indication of a loss of momentum, but it's also part of a change in trend, where it talks about, as the in an uptrend, as the buying waves shorten in distance and duration, and the selling waves increase in distance and duration, there's a change in the immediate trend. Whatever you want to call it, or whatever reasoning you want to use, that right there is a shortening of thrust after climax. And also note that a lot of times you have that behavior: climax followed by change of behavior, or climax shortening of thrust followed by change of behavior. This happens. I'm not going to go back into it, but that's very common. Anyway, so here you have your shortening of thrust. What do you have here? You had your change of behavior. And what's interesting about this wave is not just the, oh yeah, it's a selling wave, is the bars themselves are indicating. These bars, this is the biggest volume, 138 bars, this is the biggest volume in 293 bars. So they're telling you that this is not normal. This is not normal behavior. And they're telling you to short or get in or get out or whatever. Get out of longs and short, because these breakdowns are on extremely heavy volume. And who can do that? It's obviously only the CM can do that. When especially it has follow through, means the CM sold and it had follow through. So after this shortening of the thrust and this breakdown on heavy volume right here, the market pulled back. Now this volume again is heavy, but it has no follow through because there's just some coverings, take some off, or usually when it comes to some type of support level, in this case right around here. But you see, it's nothing to really worry about. What else is an indication? So in this wave you have, what was it that tipped you off? One is a shortening of the thrust. Two is the climax in the background. Third is the bars themselves are extremely heavy volume, telling you that the breakout is legit and it's not normal. It's CM selling. Fourth is, take a look at the volume here. This is liquidation. Liquidation is as you're going down, volume keeps. This is not even wave volume here. This is bar volume that's doing this. So clear liquidation as the price is going lower, it's attracting more and more selling. Sell, 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 sell. From that you have a pullback. In one green bar, it's not going to do nothing. That's already indicating that the buyers are weak. Pulls up again with another one bar and down, right, immediate reversal. Key is, when you compare the buying green bar to the next green bar, what do you see in the volume? The volume right here, where my hand cursor is decreasing. I mean, it must be lack of demand. It's not increasing. Something's off. So as price attempted to go higher, it's almost like a low volume test type of thing, where it's trying to go up again and it's on less volume followed by the immediate reversal. Tells you the clear sign that there's weakness. I just put the FW right there. Goes down, up. Here again, you will mark your breakout. Definitely want to draw your lines. And it goes up again here. Mark the breakout. Draw the line. Finally, when it goes over here, this is where it kind of doesn't make sense to me, because as this goes down, what happened? The volume didn't increase. Something's off, because it shouldn't be breaking this low and volume is decreasing. Something's wrong. So this is an indication something's not right. Over here, the volume did increase slightly, and again it had no follow through and mid-range close. It does not make sense. When breakout has to just break and not like come back up within range and stuff like that. Here again, this was the break. Volume again is decreasing. It's telling you that there's something wrong with these attempts to go lower and lower and lower. So the change in trend here to an uptrend, what are indicators that might be coming? First is, as it's breaking, it's not attracting more volume. Second is, from a wave volume perspective, 15, 12, 9 over here, then it goes up to 12 and 10. Well, 15, 12, 9, 10 increase, 12 increase, and then again decrease. I like the low volume pattern here as going down, 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 and then here, excuse me, it kind of increases, but nothing special. So I mean, this is just telling me as it's going down, it's not attracting volume. So anyway, this goes down. The breakouts are not attracting volume, and what's, in my opinion, what's the most important right here was a shortening of the thrust followed by an increase in distance and duration on this wave. That changed the immediate trend. What changed the immediate trend was shortening the thrust followed by an increase in distance and duration. And obviously this is more distance and duration than 1, 2, 3, 4 prior up waves. So that changed the immediate trend. Pull back on the second pullback. It's ridiculous. It's just one day. So it means it has no lasting power. It means it has no lasting power. And this was the critical bar, not just the green bar, the red bar, which showed what? The volume is decreasing. This bar, supply, if you look at this bar, then look at this bar, volumes are decreasing. They're decreasing. Selling is weak, and a reversal, what does that mean? It means high volume, price, whatever. So, market, because it is your breakout. On increased price and volume, the volume increased 39%. Right there. Other thing to note is this pivot. Look at the volume that came in here. It's 27%. So this itself, when it went up here, it broke and had follow through. So you can mark this as the attempt by the bulls to break through here and have follow through. And why I say this is because that same area was tested. Draw this thing right. Tested right here. Volume drop right here. Reversal right there. And if you see how many times this occurs, this is the breakout, this is the test, and reverse. Breakout area, tested the low of this bar right there, and reverse. Again, breakout, test, reverse. Breakdown, breakout, test, reverse. Breakout, test, reverse. This is the breakout now. So I don't want to go up here because it's above the breakout, or to go down, and I don't like the way this looks. It may go up, but I still don't like the way this looks. Why? Because this is not enough of a pullback. It's not even 38% or 37% or even 35%. This is very shallow. Now some will say, oh, that's so bullish. That's how shakeouts happen, because these guys are going to have FOMO on a green bar, and then what do you think is going to happen? Shakeout. So that, I don't like the way this looks at all. This, at least if you measure it, right, it makes sense. It pulled back right at the minimum 38.2. This thing does not. This thing doesn't pull back. Is that an indication of strength? I don't know. But that's not how I want to trade. I don't want to have all this risk, right? You want to see a pullback. You want to see either a climax, reversal, or some type of low volume test that shows supply has evaporated, and then a reversal on increasing volume and spread that says, yeah, bulls are back. Why? Because supply is weak, the bulls are back. That reason together makes sense, as it does here. Supply decreases, it's only 76% of the prior bar, and then you have a reversal, bulls are back. Here also, supply decreases to the point that it's only 59%, excuse me, demand decreases is 59%, and then reverses. So like, the picture needs to make sense. It can't just be a FOMO trap. And believe me, when this thing goes up, you may get one, but over the course of 10 trades, that FOMO will get you, because the process not being followed, the risk management not being followed, and rules and understanding of the system not being followed. And it's very basic. It's breakout, test, breakout, test, breakout, test. From a wave perspective, you could say right here, supply is greater than prior supply, and all this demand is less, like right there. Here, demand is less than prior demand because less distance and duration, which means what? Less buying power and lasting power. Less buying power, lasting power, and that buying power and lasting power is the same. By buying power and lasting power, I mean distance and duration, same thing. Buying power and lasting power, same, until here. That's where what happens? Buying power increases, and selling power here decreased. So this is what you need to understand. Wyckoff made the statement that how do you identify change in trend? He said, in an uptrend, when the up waves shorten and the down waves increase in distance and duration, you'll have a change in the immediate trend. Likewise, in a downtrend, when the down waves shorten and the buying waves increase in distance and duration. So what does that mean? It means that if, using this example, as the down wave shorten, it means their distance and duration shortens, which means that their selling power and lasting power shorten. And when demand waves increase in distance and duration, it means their buying power and their lasting power increases. So especially when they're together like that, meaning the selling waves are weak and the buying waves are stronger, it creates a change in trend. Hence, you have this. So here, and qualify that, he mentioned a change in the immediate trend. This is very, very important to mention, because there's difference between immediate, intermediate, and long-term trends. So these are trends. Is not, you cannot say, oh, the market is in uptrend. Uptrend on what time frame? Uptrend, based on what? It has to be qualified. So this is the change in the immediate trend. You go short this market? No, not until the immediate trend changes. How do you know it's going to change? The up waves will shorten in distance and duration, and the down waves will increase in distance and duration, indicating both sides will show both weakness and strength together. So, and right now you can't put a short on this. The immediate trend is up. It's as simple as that. The immediate trend right here is up. I'm not going to go long it because I don't see the pullback opportunity here, but immediate trend is definitely up. Okay, now yeah, you could say, oh, but what about the weekly? Yeah, you could say that, yeah, you know, it went down, and just look at the weekly and maybe or month or whatever, and you might have a different opinion, and that's fine because immediate trend is relative also to the time frame. So without overdoing it, take care, have a good weekend, bye.